In this video, you will learn how to score a persuasive essay using a series of questions to guide your thinking. To make this evaluation quick and easy, I've designed a checklist to help you holistically evaluate an essay. After you read through the essay, ask yourself the series of questions to help you determine the score. If most of your answers are yes, the score will most likely be a 1. If it's a combo of yes and no, most likely will be a 2. And if it's mostly no, the score will possibly be a 3, and all no's would be a 4. So I'm going to read the essay out loud to you. It says, I think it's better to live in a city because you have a better opportunity to get a good job or school. Also, you could explore the outer regions of the city. You could also make a lot of new friends. Also, living in the city lets you explore different types of jobs that you didn't even know existed. You could also find in apartments, condos, but few houses because everything in the city is always fast moving and you can barely settle down for a few weeks. But living in a small town is also great because everybody knows each other and you could walk everywhere because everything is close by and you don't hear as much noise as you could or as you would here in a city. Also in a small town, there's barely any crimes happening and you could get a good night rest because it's very quiet. Okay, so after reading the essay, you have to go through the checklist. So the first one said, did the writer accidentally write about something unrelated to the prompt? No, they actually did a good job of writing about the prompt. Second question is the position statement vague, unclear, or completely missing? Yes, it is kind of vague because the writer goes on tells you about both sides instead of choosing one. Next question, does the writer shift from reason to reason without fully developing the ideas? Yes. Is the writing lacking evidence to develop the ideal or reason? Yes. Do ideals repeat? No. Are the ideals vague and confusing? Some ideals are. Do uncontrolled sentences and errors in grammar or spelling interfere with your understanding of the writing? Yes. So if you look at this score sheet, you notice that most of the answers are yes to the question, so the score would be a score point 1. So after scoring the essay, you have to ask yourself, what are the actual issues and how could this student improve? So you have to go through and think about the issues. So the first issue that this essay has is that the writer has reasons but doesn't give specific examples. Also, the writer has sentences that are written strangely, and the writer doesn't choose one reason but gives a lot of reasons and goes into a lot of listing of reasons instead of going into detail. And then if you notice, the student first starts off talking about the city and then saying that it's great also to live in a small town, so there's not a clear position. So if the writer wanted to improve, these are some specific things the writer could do. Give a specific example in the form of a personal experience or allude to a movie, TV show, book, or current event. The writer could reread sentences and ensure that their writing is clear before writing them in the line box. The writer could focus on one idea. After taking the position, just focus on one thing and then give me an example. Tell me how does it actually look or how you've seen it before. And once again, the writer has to take a position, not a position on both sides, because this makes your position unclear. So if the writer were to do these simple things, the writer's score could definitely increase to a 3, which is what we want, which is passing.